Dr. Price, how are you?
I'm good, how are you? What's going on with Al?
He has this weird stuff going on with his feet. The front right hoof is the worst. It just smells really bad. But then with all of them, like when I pick them out, there's this like grayish black gunk on the hoof pick. Do you want me to show you?
Yeah, let me see.
So you see what I mean? It's like more right here that it's like gunky.
There's like black stuff there. Okay, what that to me looks like is thrush.
Okay, what's that?
Thrush is a common bacterial infection of the hoof that targets the frog area, specifically the collateral grooves and the central sulcus. Here, I'll show you.
Okay.
So basically, it's this Fusobacterium necropsitis that targets the collateral grooves or the sides of the frog here, and also the central sulcus or this main groove here in the center of the frog. It is more common for horses that have deep clefts and these deep grooves here and here to be more prone to thrush. He doesn't have a very prominent central sulcus, which is probably why his thrush is only in the collateral grooves.
Okay. What causes it?
It's caused by wet, muddy environments and unsanitary areas. So like a wet stall or a muddy pasture. Is he kept in or out?
He's kept in for half the day and then he goes out for the other half.
Okay, so basically this bacterium, the Fusobacterium, is already in his natural environment. So the best way to sort of take care of that and limit the exposure to this bacteria is to, one, make sure you're cleaning out his stall. Twice a day it should be picked. Make sure you're removing all of the wet shavings, all of the urine. You can even buy the stall refresh pellets or PDZ pellets that you put down in the bottom of the stall floor after a wet spot's been removed, and that will help dry up the area. And this will help keep the moisture from getting trapped in his hooves. Another option to think about is pasture management. Is there any possibility that you can move him to a smaller pasture that maybe is a lot flatter, doesn't have the rolling hills, maybe not as many horses tracking on it that will have these muddy areas?
Not here. The pastures are pretty full.
Okay, so your best bet is probably to take hot tape and sort of mark off sections of the pasture that are extremely muddy, maybe around the gate area or where there's lots of rolling hills and the water puddles up there after a hard rain. This will prevent your horse from standing in these muddy areas where this bacteria is concentrated.
Okay. I'll definitely look into marking it off with hot tape, and I'll try to make sure that his stall is cleaned more often during the day. And as far as treatment goes, is there anything specific or do I just kind of have to wait it out?
There are products out there that help speed up the healing process for thrush. What you want to do is bring your horse in twice a day, clean out his hooves with your hoof pick, and then just simply clean the entire surface and the sole and the frog of the hoof with a simple detergent. A dish soap will work. Use warm water and some type of, scrubby brush, a bucket brush will work, just to prep the area for your topical. Now there's several products out there that you can use. A few of them are Thrush Buster, White Lightning, Copper Tox, Durasol. All these products are sold at your local tack stores or your local feed stores. My favorite is probably the Thrush Buster just because it's a dark purple color. This will allow you to see exactly where you've applied the product and also to see how long the product is sort of remaining on the hoof. When the color starts to fade, you need to apply more. All of these products are going to contain iodine, which is a great, product that helps clean any bacterial or fungal agent that's on the horse's hoof. And they also have other antibacterial and antifungal ingredients, depending on the brand and whichever one you get. Now, I would recommend doing this for maybe 2 weeks, and if you don't see major improvement, you need to, apply more. So what you can do is you can actually saturate gauze or cotton balls, whatever you have, with, whatever topical thrush product you're using. Saturate this, wad it up, stuff it into those collateral grooves in that central sulcus. In your case, you wouldn't need to put it in the central sulcus. Add it to those collateral grooves, and then simply wrap your horse's hoof. Apply the diaper like you would for any other hoof injury or hoof abscess. Secure it with the vet wrap, and then use a duct tape pack or just duct tape all the way around to secure everything in place. This will allow the product to be in contact with the thrush in those collateral grooves for a longer period of time. If the case of thrush is bad enough, you can pack and wrap the hoof. First, clean it out like you would with your hoof pick. Apply your Thrush product that will kill the bacteria. And then pack the crevices of the frog with gauze. And you can also saturate these. This will help keep the product in contact with the hoof for a longer period of time. Next, you want to add some sort of padding. I like the diaper method. It's really easy to make a nice pad. It fits the hoof well. And then secure that with some vet wrap. Next, you'll want to secure the vet wrap with a duct tape patch. Be sure to change this wrap every 12 hours or until you see improvement.
How long do I need to continue to do the treatment?
I would continue, the regimen we just discussed for a week or so, and if you don't see major improvement, it's when you know you probably should start saturating the cotton balls or your gauze pads and stuffing them in the grooves and then wrapping the hoof. However, once you notice the smell has gone away, there is no more black gunk, or basically, the frog tissue coming loose from the frog, is when you can, wean off this everyday procedure and just replace it with using your topical once a week. For me personally, I use Thrush Buster once a week on all of my horses. I just pick a day, like I think it's Saturday, and you just apply Thrush Buster to the hooves after you pick them, and that will help, keep the bacteria to a low level. This will help prevent thrush from reoccurring.
How severe can this get?
Well, most horses don't become lame from thrush. However, if thrush is left untreated, the bacteria can actually migrate deeper into the sensitive parts of the sole of the hoof and up into the frog and through those collateral grooves. This can actually cause your horse to become lame and unsound. Your horse's body is constantly sending these antibodies down to his hooves, as we speak, to treat this thrush and get rid of this foreign bacteria. However, if this thrush is left untreated and it does migrate deeper into the frog, your horse's antibodies alone are not going to be enough to heal the bacteria and cause their tissue to grow normally again. This is why it comes down, we have to use these harsh products to kill the bacteria for us. Thrush is easy to treat, but it also returns very easily. So you want to make sure that you're maintaining your stalls, trying to keep them in the driest pasture you can, and just picking out their hooves daily, and then once a week, applying your Thrush Buster just to limit the number of bacteria that is actually getting up and through the collateral grooves.
All right. Well, thank you for coming out today. I'll call you if anything changes.
Awesome, great.